Yes, STDs, it happens, XYZ, XYZ. 42,000 though? Y'all was just on vacation.
Like, do people know how much that actually is?
They're getting it in a car, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, the car shaking.
Humping on cars, humping in bathrooms, it didn't matter.
They'll have 2, 3, 9 or 10 partners. America is about to experience a full-blown STD epidemic.
Y'all are nasty. Oh, I'm not messing with this word no more. Y'all dirty out here. Ooh.
I just saw a video saying 42,000 people tested positive for STDs in Houston this week. 42,000, G. 42,000, G. Is you cool? Is y'all? Hey, bro. 40, bro.
This is sad. You know what it is? The young people, it's too lax. You know what somebody said? Somebody said it one day down in the comments. I talked about what's going on in Houston. I understood it was bad, but they said 42,000 new cases. Like, you know how people know if they got a new case? They get some. The next day, they feeling a bit off. The next day after, they're like, oh, why am I itching? Or, oh, why am I sick? Or, oh, why do I feel like I got a cold? That right there is the worst warning signs. And I'm sure tons of kids were getting that. And where are you going to go? Right down to the clinic. And surprise, it's sad, but that's how it is. Surprise, and it's not a good surprise at all.
Y'all catching STDs in Houston? Not no Miami, New York, the Bahamas, maybe even somewhere down in like Cabo. No, y'all catch.
You know why he's saying that? Because that's not really a place where spring break should have been. That's why he's saying that.
Catching it down in Houston. Y'all some dirty. Y'all some dirty ass. They said 42,000 people tested positive for STD in Houston. Y'all are nasty. Oh, I don't even like coming outside if it ain't the gym.
And nasty because you didn't do research on a problem Houston has. And, you know, I'm going to be on the lady's side, but not really. Why? See, with a spring break, everybody's just giving it out. But disgusting. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words.
And if it ain't work, I literally do not go outside. I Instacart my groceries because I'm just terrified. I'm not messing with this word no more. Y'all dirty out here. Ooh. That for here on out, y'all need to start testing folk. The dating scene, y'all need to just, hey, bring me your STD test.
Yeah, and then when you get tested, go get married. That's what you need to do. Test. She's the one. Not do nothing crazy. Get that test. You know it's good. Get married. But you can't do that in the West. Get your passport. This is why men should get their passport.
It's off rip. That needs the first thing I need to see.
Especially if you're a man in Houston.
What you walking around with? What you got? I'm 31 years old.
Sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna cut it off anymore. And still, if you're overseas, both of y'all get tested.
Went to the dentist 2 days ago. Still ain't got no cavities. And y'all out here just passing STDs like it's a test.
Damn.
People tested positive for STDs after the Houston spring break. Hey, don't look at me, man. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Y'all just be giving it out. Giving it out like it's candy. Free candy at that. It's no shame in y'all game, huh? Just be getting down and dirty. It's nasty. Like, that is so disgusting. Yes, STDs, it happens, XYZ, XYZ. 42,000 though? Y'all was just on vacation. Vacation. Like, y'all, anything you seen, you was on that, huh? If you was there, anything you seen, you was on that? Be for real. Even if you ain't catching nothing. Anything you seen, you was on that?
People. And that's just people who got tested. We're not talking about people who didn't get tested because they have no symptoms of anything.
That was people that got tested. Of course, there were more. There's always more Could have been 100,000. Spring break. Imagine 100,000. Eesh.
Spring break was one straight week. 1,000 people had gotten tested and got STDs. That's gonorrhea, syphilis. Like, those are the only ones that I know that are major, but I know there's more. 42,000 people. Do you know how many that is?
And, you know, the reason why she said that's the only ones that were major, because when you're getting all of these different diseases, they're making new diseases. Like a girl could have had syphilis, got with a guy that had gonorrhea, and they made gonorrhea syphilis. Like, come on now. Do you want gonorrhea syphilis? Gonorrhea syphilis herp jerk. Gonorrhea syphilis herp IV. Damn.
And there's other people who haven't even gotten tested who I got back from spring break. They're just like, oh, well, I don't have that on my lip. Or, oh, I don't have no symptom of burning or itching or any bumps in my mouth or any bumps down there anywhere like that. Like,
And
do you not realize that there's people out there that could have HIV and don't care to give it to somebody because they just want to do what they want to do and they want to live their life, because to them it's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I can live with this, someone else can. Baby, that's 42,000 people. Like, do people know how much that actually is? There's people taking videos of people's lips saying there's like bumps on people's lips. There's people saying, oh, I don't need to go get tested because I have no symptoms. I only was messing with 2 people. Like, it's crazy. 42,000. Hell no.
See, and that's the big problem. You see what she said? I just messed with 2 people. If everybody's giving it out, that person could have messed with 2 people, and then it could have been with a person that messed with 10 people. And then let it be one of those Houston dudes, right? That every girl wants. Those were the ones there. The girl said it, you know, hey, they know the bottle dudes, so they're getting the bottles for cheaper, right? They know all the places to go. They look like they're the man in the town. You see them with the jewelry on. They seem like, yeah, Paul Wall, baby. Grill. Yeah. Yeah, baby. You flattered. Hand on his chest, see that gold chain? Disease.
People get diagnosed with STDs in Houston last week. That lip got some shit. Count me out. At this point, everybody that went to Houston together probably is no more.
And I know spring break and all y'all doing Houston, I'm going to tell y'all what the STD rate has out to 2026 in case you decided to go out there and hunch. Yeah, that's real. Okay, so 79% in the year 2025, living into 2026. HIV 15%. Gonorrhea chlamydia has surged 32%. Ages also with that. All the hot spots, so they say like the main sources of these STDs are downtown, OST, South Union area. It's black people, Hispanics, whites, ranging from the ages 15 to 35.
That should make you want to go get checked out. Like, come on now, just dry humping strangers? And the crazy thing about it, they're saying 40,000 STDs.
Man, it wasn't dropping, bro. They was giving up that wet. Man, I bet it was wet too. Like, oh, I ain't know she burning. That thing wet. No. She burned them all. She burned 5 dudes in 2 days. See, they talk about the Houston dudes. I'm sure it was some Houston females, right? Out there just being spiteful because you know you got it. There's some people that know they got it out there being spiteful, thinking I'm going to kill the world. We got to be more careful, man. You go anywhere like that, I say like this. Let that happen back in the day. And one person said it in my comments. They said it's because back then the treatment wasn't like now. You couldn't live for like 20, 30 years on it. And you're very much right. So people had more to be afraid of. So we wrapped it up. I think that's a good thing, right? With more to be afraid of, with these drugs now, and you can live forever, that's how they acted.
That can mean anything. You got the worst or the worst of the worst. Count me out. People was humping everywhere. Humping on cars, humping in bathrooms. It didn't matter. You might as well the last hump. Because I guaranteed out of them 40,000 that cost something, they ain't gonna want to hump no more. Wait! Count me out.
No, you're wrong. They're going to go home spiteful and keep humping. Exactly like I said. They're going to get their treatment, keep humping. Somebody's going to keep humping. not get the treatment, pass. This thing is serious. I'm talking about the serious stuff. Because, yeah, I know probably like only 20% HIV, but 20% HIV? What's 20% of 42,000? Let me see. Let me check that number. What is 20% of 42,000? 8,400 new cases of HIV in a week.
People are acting so confused about how these young women are acting down Houston on spring break when they literally run around calling themselves young hoes. In the video that I'm referring to is a girl and her friend, a guy and his friend. I guess they all hook up. They're getting it in a car, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. The car's shaking. People video recording and they ain't got a care in the world. They already told you who and what they are. So I don't know where the confusion is coming from. Every video that I have seen from down Houston, they are walking around halfway naked, and they do that even when they're at home. So you already know what it is. These folks, like I said, they gonna be exactly who and who they are determined to be. They show you on the internet every single day. Young hoes eventually turn into old hoes unless they meet a simp, and then a simp will save them and, make them into a wife. And then they usually start getting in the church and all that other bullshit. I know how the game go. Come on, let's stop acting.
Out of Houston, it's genuinely hilarious to hear all of these people complain about their Houston spring break experience. Because outside of going to the club, after hours, hookah lounge, what really is there to do out there in Houston? Like, genuinely. Rockets suck. The Astros is overrated. They ain't got no park. The aquarium is small. Museum, like, once. The same thing with Meow Wolf and Seismic.
What he's pretty much saying is nothing to do but screw. I'm sure they probably got a song like that down there. Man, Houston ain't nothing to do but screw, man. Chop and screw, man. Chop and screw. Chop and screw, man. Yeah. Chop and screw, man.
Like, outside of all that, there's nothing that Houston, Texas has to offer.
Chop and screw.
And you guys all ran out there and got finessed.
Chop and screw.
Like, I could have told y'all that. I could have been like, yo, I don't think.
That's what I'm thinking about it. They chopping and screwing. The take down 4-4. We doing a slow motion down here in Texas, baby. I'm going to give you this G's in slow motion. Hating them 4-4s. Hitting 4-4s. Break down your woes. Get in your droves. Throw the big roast in there.
Houston is a spring break destination because it's not even a I want to go there and live destination. It wasn't the traffic. It wasn't the environment. It was the people. The people in Houston are the worst. Like, y'all are like so insufferable as a population of people. Like, y'all have ran that city so far into the ground. And then when anybody tries to hold y'all accountable for it, when anybody has any type of opinion or critique, it's always, well, you could just take your ass home. Who asked you to come out here? And blah, 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 blah. And also the extra. Everything but just making your city an enjoyable place to be. Everything but y'all just stop committing crimes. Everything but you guys stop trying to run everybody out of your city. Like, it's almost like a hoarder. Ever seen that show Hoarders? Yeah, that's what Houston natives are like. Instead of like working to change things and make it better, they just double down and hold on tighter to fix their city terrible. Because God forbid you ask them to fix the roads, or you ask them to put a stop sign where there should be one. It's loud as all the time, always in everybody's business. That everybody in Houston thing, oh, that's a fact. Because don't get me started on the STD rates. As a nigga, I couldn't have no homeboys because the niggas in Houston was plotting to either rob me or try to get with me, and or both. The women act like they the Liberian girl Michael Jackson was singing about. Galleritas, ghetto, and your kid gets shot. You gonna get harassed while walking into a gas station. You got shootouts in your apartment at 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't get alcohol after a certain amount of time on Saturday, and they don't open back up until Monday. Weed ain't legal. There's stray dogs everywhere. And these motherfuckers just might start riding horses through your goddamn front lawn and dropping everywhere. And everybody is angry and on edge all the I'm out there in Houston. And mind you, I've made videos like this in the past with some of my other pages, and every single time it was just a flood of Houston people. Oh, you can go back home. Who asked you to move out here? All the other extra, bro. Like Houston is like it sucks, and it's stupid because Houston as a place has such good potential, but the people in Houston suck. And that is the reason why a lot of y'all are having this bad Houston spring break experience. It's not because of the things that you want to do or the place that you're in. It's because of the people that's operating and inhabiting that location. Houston people just simply suck. They're the worst population of people I've ever been around. And I went to college in Daytona Beach, Florida. So that should tell you something.
It is that, right? But what they're doing, if I got it, everybody gonna get it. That right there is foul. That's definitely happened. What do you call those people that like to spread the disease and keep it going? That's what they turn into. What's that name? I forgot the name of it, but somebody tell me. I don't want to look it up. But everybody out there is turning into that and don't care. They want to give it to the world. Sad.
I want to tell y'all a little story about how bad the people in Houston are. Okay? So I went to 24-hour fitness at about midnight. Go get a workout in, right? I parked in handicap right next to the door. Literally. Why did they still break in my car? Why they still broke in my car? Look. Broke the back window. Window on the ground. Look where the door is. Look where the door is. Look where.
No, that's kind of far, bro. That's kind of far. You should have parked right in the front. I know what he tried to do, right? He tried to give himself some space because he knew a lot of people could have pulled up, but that's not the case. When you saw not that many people pulled up, you should have pulled up right in the front because there's a space where you can still see your car and be inside the gym working out. I see nothing but darkness. Car, darkness. Car, security's not working like that. They may be asleep or they could have been paid off. Don't sleep because they got security cameras on the parking lot. If they don't look at them cameras, you were set up, bro. Get with the times.
My car is. They broke in my car right next to the door.
It's not next to the door.
What's wrong with you people in Houston? Y'all ain't got no fear. Y'all don't care about nothing. Now, if I would have came outside and Swiss cheese y'all, I would have been wrong. If I would have came outside after my workout and seen y'all breaking in my car in handicap, I'd have gave y'all a handicap ASS whooping. I would have Swiss cheese y'all and put y'all on macaronis. Y'all would have been lasagna food. But how you breaking a handicapped person car? You Houston people don't care about nothing. Y'all need Jesus, man. Y'all need Jesus. Now, after my car got broke into, a bullet in my nose. After my car got broke into, for the first time in 6 years, that's the first time I got my car broke into in 6 years, I get in a car wreck. I get hit head on at 9 o'clock in the morning on the way to the gym. On the way to the gym. Look at this. Tore my baby up. Tore it up. I broke my leg, my arm, fractured 15 ribs, 2 lacerated livers. Okay, no. 2 lacerated lungs and 2 punctured lungs and a lacerated liver, my bad. And a concussion. I had this car for 6 years.
You're lucky to be alive, bro. Thank God for that. Thank God he's alive. He lived to tell the story. Let's keep it going.
Nothing. But guess what? BMW, you saved me. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Thank you, BMW. The girl died.
Man.
I survived by the grace of God in BMW. Yeah. Oh, if you don't think I was serious, this is me. Yep. My arm right here broke. Leg broke. Ribs fractured. I'm in La La Land. That's just in case you didn't believe me. This is me a few months after, yeah. Still fresh, I think this was like 2 months after I got out of the hospital. Yeah. I bounced back quick. I got good blood cells. This is the crazy lady who took care of me the whole time. Oh, she gonna be mad when she see this. And this is my new BMW. Yeah, I stayed with BMW. So guess what? I said all this to say, go get a BMW.
Yeah, good sell. They should give you some commission because, yeah, a lot of people will say, I was thinking about getting a car. I think I'll get one.
Houston for spring break.
A
bunch
what?
of those people had unprotected.
She said 3 million? We want it back.
Roughly 3 million people went out to Houston for spring
3
break.
million?
A bunch of those people had unprotected sex. A bunch of those people contracted HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis. Syphilis rates are up 79%. A bunch of those people will go home thinking that they got out safe. They will think that for months or even years, thinking that they have nothing. They'll have 2, 3, 9 or 10 partners. And those people will have 2, 3, 9 or 10 partners. And those people will go on 3, 9 or 10 partners. Suddenly there's hundreds of thousands of people with chlamydia, gonorrhea. America is about to experience a full-blown STD. You deserve to have fun. You deserve to explore the field. You deserve to explore yourself and your desires.
You know what's wild? It seems airy because it is. And people just won't care because when they find out they have it, they can get something and keep on living.
But the more active you are, the more responsible you are. You have to go get tested. You have to have that awkward my chart conversation, and you have to verify that it's true. Because now people are editing their my charts. Last week, every time you scratch that itch, you are running the risk of being the next person with AIDS. If you're part this past week, go get tested. If you plan on in the upcoming weeks, ask for their my chart. It goes for everyone, every gender, male or female. We are all human and we all need to be taking care of the one body that just gave us.
Yes, and she said, we need to take care. God gave us this body and we should protect it by being healthy and disease-free, by doing everything you can to stay disease-free.
Be mad at them now. Them kids down in Houston are nothing but a reflection of what this community has been about for the last 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have made these babies question God so much. Now they walking around acting like they don't even know him. Y'all most beautiful asset is what you defecate out of. And you mad that these kids is walking around showing their butts all day? Have we not shown these little girls that they most beautiful asset is what they defecate out of? You got grown-ass women, 30-year-old women that are mad that they can't go to somebody's club right now and shake their ass. Mad that a club owner doesn't want them coming near and standing on a couch and shaking their ass, they mamas. They mamas. And the men ain't off the hook either because y'all love to go to the strip clubs. Y'all done made these women feel like being a stripper is the pedestal, walking around with fake asses and fake bodies. That's what y'all done thrown money at. That's what y'all out here wifing. So it all feeds into your baby now, your children now, going to damn Houston and not knowing how to act. They are direct reflections of what this community has promoted. Y'all love Cardi B. Y'all love Sexy Red. Y'all love all of that. Well, guess what? Your babies do too. They're part of it. I'd be damned if I sit back now and say all these babies is heathens and when for the last 15 years, this community has said your most beautiful asset is what the Lord gave you. Yeah. So now that you see a out there in these streets, don't be mad. Change it. We ain't had a Million Man March since 2015. because black folks think they winning now. Well, we see what we have won. We see what we have won with materialism and individualism. This is, and trying to be like somebody else with no knowledge of self. We see what that's turning into. It ain't just in Houston, because in D.C. they doing it every damn weekend at the Navy Yard. Have a good day.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.